got the Golden Throne explained by an Australian. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel on the road to 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Let's go.
K is not short of mysterious and wildly overpowered devices. The
True.
Necron pylons, capable of literally putting hell in the naughty corner. Planet killer.
Bro, the Necrons, like, I'm convinced that the Necrons, bro, got some type of, like, CIA, like, Area 51 type of, like, technology, bro. Because, like, yo, like, I've heard so many, like, crazy things that the Necrons can do. Like, you know, I probably even heard something that they can, like, you know, go back in the past or something like that and get, like, a little artifact and, like, keep like, all the artifacts in, like, the little warehouses. Like, it's just crazy, like, the technology that the Necrons got, y'all. For real, bro. This is what I'm saying. Every time the Necrons pop up on my screen, bro, I gotta glaze. Bro. I want no type of part of any violence from the Necrons, y'all. For real.
That can quite easily kill planets.
I want no violence.
The Throne of Glass, which does something amazing, but no one really actually knows what it is.
Okay.
However, all of these pale in comparison to the legendary Golden Throne, mankind's magnum opus. This device...
Real quick, before we even get into all this, man, yo, if you just seen what happened yesterday with the Charlie Kirk situation, y'all, I seen it. Pretty sure a lot of other people seen it, y'all. It's sad, man. Rest in peace to him. I don't care what he said or what he said back in the past or whatever, y'all. He was still a human being at the end of the day, man. God rest his soul. And he was still a human, bro. I don't want people laughing and whatever in the chat or in the comments, y'all. So if I do see any comments about that, you know, if you're not, you know, spreading condolences and you're just being disrespectful or whatever, bro, I will remove your comment. I'm sorry. I will do that. And so, like, you know, I just have to be serious real quick because that is a serious matter that happened. And I was really beat yesterday, bro. I was really defeated yesterday. I felt it. Yeah, bro. I was going like that set the tone for yesterday, bro. Seriously, it was crazy. Like, I was not even expecting something like that to happen to anybody. I'd never in my life ever celebrated somebody passing away. The fact that I'm seeing people celebrate people passing away is absolutely sickening and disgusting. I didn't even plan to even mention this in the video, but I'm gonna mention this in the video, y'all. So hopefully y'all come to my video. Just, you know, obviously, you know, I'm gonna brighten it up in this video. This video ain't gonna be like gloomy or whatever, but you know, I just have to just say that, y'all. So y'all be careful. Now let's go.
Is so advanced and complicated that the Emperor of Mankind, the smartest being in the galaxy, merely modified it to suit his needs rather than actually created it. Even the best and brightest minds in the Imperium aren't sure how to properly maintain it, just doing their best to keep it running as if it fails, and boy is it failing.
Yo, you can't even maintain it, bro. Man, that thing stink. Yo, I don't know the specific amount of years the Emperor's been on that throne, but no lie, bro, that room smell like bounce that booty, bro. Smell like a can of chitlins, bro. Smell like a can of like collard greens, bro. For real, like, bro, that throne that he's sitting on smell absolutely crazy. It smell like a bro. It smell like a 5-year gaming chair, bro.
And the human race
Straight
will
up
die
booty.
along with it. Either way, it's an incredible piece of lore that is worth talking about today. Before we get started, being ugly is a choice. Everything from your Golden Throne became the Big E's spicy life support system / eternal torture device. It had a variety of uses, most of which nobody actually knew about. But before we get into those uses, where did this device actually come from? Who created it, if not the Emperor? Well, once again, it's a bit vague, with a number of potential origins for it. The current leading theory is that it was a device from the Dark Age of technology, where mankind had ascended to godhood through pure science.
They ain't tricking nobody, bro. They not tricking nobody, bro. I already know they used to do some type of, they used to do all types of diabolical, freaky, eekiness in this room, bro. It's crazy. Do y'all even know how big this room is, bro? It's not like an average like room to where like you walk in a house and, you know, you walk into your bedroom. When they say when they say, let me read this. When they say the Golden Throne, or when they say like the throne room or whatever, if you ever hear like, you know, like some Warhammer content creator say that, yo, it's not a regular room. It's on some Taylor Swift-ish, bro. It's like to where like you have to legit hop on the jet and go to the other side of your room. That's what it's like. It's some Taylor Swift-ish, bro. Like, bro, this room is so big, bro. It's legit like taking like a flight from like New York to Japan, bro. 24-hour flight, bro. Nasty work, bro. This ain't just no regular room. This is how I know some evilness be going down over here, bro. I know the rats in this room, bro, in the corners of this room is absolutely humongous.
Nothing was out of their grasp. AI with souls and sentience, mechanical worms that could devour space-time, time-traveling ships, you name it, they could probably do it. So it's not a stretch to think that they also managed to create a device that allowed one to project and amplify their psyche to a godlike degree. The only issue with that logic is that back then there was like no Psykers. So who the hell was the Golden Throne actually designed for? Maybe the Emperor had it commissioned during mankind's technological peak, then either lost it for a time or put it into storage. Either way, the Big E claims it was found on Terra and brought to the Imperial Palace to be repaired and heavily modified to be more specific to his needs. However, there's likely more to it than that. In the current era, it's stated that the mechanisms of the Golden Throne are failing. No matter what the Inquisition or Mechanicus does, they can't seem to be able to maintain the core module, which is the part.
Yo, so who built this thing, yo? Wait, hold up. So if he said that like the little mechanism, like the, what is it called, the mechaniums or whatever? Basically, if y'all don't know, these are like the guys with the swaggy hoodies on with like the 8 arms. He's basically saying that yo, they can't even keep that room into like you know, tip top shape anymore. Like, bro, that room is slowly falling apart. So, like, who built the room in the first place?
The Big E found and then added his own modifications too. No STC fragments, no knowledge or forbidden artifacts seemed to work. Hence, the Inquisition turned to the Dark Elder for aid. The Dark Elder are confident they will be able to fix the Golden Throne. Is this because it was originally a creation of the Elder or the Old Ones? After all, both of those Xenos are incredibly psychic, and it would make...
That makes sense though. If the old ones, oh, first of all, bro, this dude is ugly, bro. Respectfully. I know all creatures on this earth was made for a specific reason, and all these creatures, whatever. What did they say? Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Now, this dude right here, though, no, I listen. Not gonna lie to you, bro. He's hideous, yo. Bro, he got, yo, he got a face only a mother can love, and as a matter of fact, bro, she's struggling to love that one. Cause man, bro, this dude right here is hit, bro. He looks scary, bro. He looks like, bro, like if you if it's nighttime and you drop your charger on the ground, bro, and you try to lean over to pick it up and you accidentally look under your bed, this was under your bed, yo. Like truly, bro, this dude, like, I don't know if he's a rodent, a rat, or a human. He might be all three, for real. Man, he's nasty. But like I said before, it makes sense that the old ones or whatever actually created the throne room, you know, because if Majorkill just said that the mechanism, whatever, you know, they are, you know, with the swaggy hoodies with the 8 arms, if they can't even keep it up in tip top shape, that means that somebody that was way more powerful built this, you know. And even if they was around today, they could probably keep the room in tip top shape because how powerful the room is, if that makes sense. Now obviously I don't know about y'all, but bro, I'm like prime, like Mr. Clean without the bald head. I can easily go into a room and just bring it back to life, legit. I don't care how dirty your room is, bro. Yo, your room can be like New York dirty, you know. Your room can be like Philadelphia dirty, like your room can be New Jersey dirty. I can still go in there, bro, scrub, rub a dub, and bring that room right back to life. Seriously, like that's how good of a cleaner I am.
Makes sense for them to have such a device? Or is it just the fact that the Dark Elder are wildly good at working with semi-dead bodies?
Oh, bro. Yo, look at this man. Yo, what are we doing? Yo, what's this on top of his head? Now, I don't want to come up with different type of speculations, but I mean, I'm gonna let y'all do that. Bro, can somebody please tell me what this creature is right here? Bro, he legit, like, y'all, please explain to me what this is. It got veins coming out of it and everything.
Either way, the Dark Elder kind of dogged the deal and was stopped before they could apply their fixes, so the answer was never revealed. I would say that the Golden Throne was influenced or even created using Xeno tech, such as from the Eldar, then heavily modified by the Emperor to suit his own exact needs. Although these days the Golden Throne is most famous due to its ability to guide and focus the Astronomicon, originally that wasn't its purpose. Sure, the Astronomicon, a bigger psychic laser beam lighthouse thingo, was still built on Terra. However, the Emperor could just power it via his own psychic might, whilst walking around and killing aliens and shit. It was mentally draining, sure, but he did it without too much dramas from across the galaxy. No, the original use of the Golden Throne was so that the Emperor could slice open the Elder's Webway project, and create a man-made Webway gate and guide his forces into it. See, the Webway has its own level of...
He's right, he's actually right. I did learn that from somewhere. He actually just unlocked like a memory from me. I don't know if it was Westhammer that told me that, but yo, we did actually learn that. We did learn that the reason he actually sat on there was to like the little open like the little webway whatever. But I think Magnus actually you know, Magnus, you know, he's a bum. Magnus, I think he accidentally, like, you know, opened like some of the, like, he accidentally like opened like another side of like the little portal or whatever, and let a bunch of dirty, slimy demons in there. And then, you know, he basically just messed up the Emperor's plan. So now he just gotta sit right there and just like really like pull everything together for real. Hey, I'm gonna be honest, bro. If I'm the Emperor, bro, no lie, bro, yo, Magnus is getting at least 20 lashes.
Sentience and defense mechanisms. It hates anything other than Eldar being within it, and it will actively try and cut off, confuse, and sabotage unwelcome invaders. Hence, the Emperor low-key used the Golden Throne to grab the webway by the balls and bend it to its will, at least the parts he was colonizing.
I told y'all.
So realistically, the Golden Throne didn't come into genuine usage until towards the end of the Great Crusade, when Horus was chosen to become the War Master and the Emperor had returned to Terra. He had to be sitting on the throne, plugged in and ready to party, in order to keep the webway gate open and stable. His plan was to eventually build up enough Mechanicum infrastructure so that the gate would remain open without him clenching his asshole super tight, but that was a work in progress. When Horus betrayed the Emperor due to his male pattern boldness, sparking intense jealousy over his father's luscious hair, as well as the resentment built from the fact that the Emperor would have had to low-key engineer boldness into Horus's genome on purpose, shit went sideways. Magnus attempted to warn the Emperor about Horus's betrayal, but he did so like an idiot, smashing a hole in the Emperor's webway project and killing—
See? And this is what I'm saying, bro. Like, I understand, like, Magnus had, like, you know, good intentions or whatever, bro, but, like, why would you do it that way? Like, what possesses you to even do it? Now you just messed up the entire plan for nothing. Goofy. Like, bro, if I'm the Emperor, bro, I'm sick to my stomach, bro. No lie. Seriously.
thousands of engineers. The hole led directly to the warp, which allowed countless demons to pour into the webway and slowly drive the defenders back. The rupture of the webway put an extreme amount of strain on the Emperor, who began breaking his balls attempting to hold the
Like, bro, listen, if I'm the Emperor, bro, like, man, see, and this is where I gotta give respect to the Emperor, because if I'm the Emperor, bro, no lie, there's no way I'm getting, bro, level 7 migraines just to hold this whole thing together, and everybody's like, you know, doing whatever, doing all this freaky eekiness. Like, bro, no lie, bro, legit, I'm legit, like, maybe if it's just me, but I'm loosening my grip. I'm not about to clench my fist and really hold everything together and get a level 9 headache just to hold this whole thing together. No lie, bro, every single time my Custodes report to me what's going on in this world, not even in this world, but like in this universe or whatever, no lie, I'm a loosen my grip every single time. And I'm gonna just have everything just in chaos. No lie, bro. I'm out of here.
This could be retrieved
Seriously,
and
bro.
brought to Terra in order to aid the Emperor in fixing the project. However, with Horus manipulating Leman Russ, as well as Leman being a fucking moron, Magnus was forever lost to the Emperor, meaning that the Big E was unable to fix the project, eventually being forced to totally abandon it and seal the gateway. However, as the Emperor wasn't an Eldar, he didn't know how to seal off sections of the webway properly. See, the webway gets breached all the time, whether that be by Necrons or demons. However, it's not a huge issue as the Eldar can simply close off the breached sections. Yes, it does restrict the webway, but better losing small parts than the entire thing. However, the Emperor's human webway wasn't as natural. It was very mechanical and lesser to that of the Eldar, so the Emperor wasn't able to just close off sections permanently. As such, even though he shut the—
That makes sense, and that makes sense, because if it was like a man-made, well, not man-made, but if it was like a thing that the Emperor made and stuff like that, and if it was like a what's the word, y'all? Artificial. If it was like artificial, whatever, it's not really gonna last like that. But if it was like a natural thing, like the old timers, then it would make sense.
Gate under Terra, he now had to put most of his focus into keeping it shut. Otherwise, demons would tear through the Imperial Palace and destroy everything, including the Astronomicon, which would more or less doom mankind. Hence, the Emperor took up his vigil on the Golden Throne, putting about 95% of his focus into holding the webway gate shut. All in all, a massive fucking L. If the Emperor had never attempted the webway project or used the Golden Throne, he would have been free to venture into the galaxy and kill Horus himself.
I feel like the Emperor, what his whole thing was, and listen, I don't know the Emperor's plan. I didn't even know his plan, like, you know, at all or whatever. But I just feel like the Emperor's plan, y'all, I feel like he was trying to do so much at one time. Which, if I'm being honest with you, bro, if you're the only savior of Warhammer, then I understand that. You know, so can you really blame him? Nah, not really, you know, but at the same time, I feel like that's why, like, some of his plan fell apart, because he was legit trying to do much. He was, like, trying to do too much at, like, one time, y'all. So, I mean, you know, and like I said before, I do understand why he was trying to do it, because, bro, nobody else was stepping up to the plate. And, bro, half of his sons was like, yo, you know what, Dad, I'm about to up the child support, and guess what, and I'm switching teams. Like, Bro, do you know how sick I would be if I'm the Emperor, bro? So this is why I can't really go too hard on the Emperor, you know? Like, I can't go hard on him for being a terrible father, because he was, bro. Like, bro, he was paying child support for 20 kids. He was down bad. But at the same time, though, bro, if you're the only savior, you know, well, he wasn't like the only savior, but he was like the head honcho. If you're the only guy, bro, that wants to save everything, bro, and like, you know, everything really depends on you, then I understand how some things can fall through, you know. But yeah.
However, with him now being forced to sit on the throne, he couldn't do jack shit about the heresy. The Emperor is the only being in the galaxy, other than maybe Magnus, who's able to sit on the throne indefinitely without dying. Even Malcador, one of the greatest Psykers to ever live and a perpetual, could only sit on the throne for a few hours before his mind, body and spirit disintegrated into dust.
Ooh, bro, I'll be done. Y'all, I'll be defeated. Yo, you put me on that chair, bro. Yo, first of all, I would have died on the chair, bro. The smell accumulating, bro, from that chair would be absolutely detrimental. Yo, my body would have shut down instantaneously. But let's just say I had like a mask or something on, right? And let's say, for example, I'm like, you know what? Yo, Emperor, go ahead, bro. Yo, you know what? I'll hold this whole thing together. Yo, bro, I would be fried in 10 seconds, bro. Bro, that thing would take all... Bro, that thing would take all the energy from my body in 10 seconds, y'all.
Even the power and life force of 1,000 Psykers was only enough to power the Golden Throne for a short while, as the Emperor arrived in the webway to save his warriors and bring them out to safety. When the Emperor was wounded by Horus and brought back to the Golden Throne, it would become his life support system, his godlike weapon and his torture device all in one. He merged his body and soul with the device, not just sitting on it like he had been before. The throne was also modified further to act as a genuine life support system and a conduit for the Astronomicon. Previously, it was specifically geared for the Webway project.
This and then, bro, imagine like, bro, oh man. Yo, I know the Emperor's sick to his stomach, yo. Imagine sitting on that damn throne and, yo, you can't even play the game. I can see if I'm the Emperor, I'm the most powerful being like in this whole setting. Bro, I can see if I'm sitting on here like these, I'm like, yo, where my Xbox controller at? Yo, I gotta be playing some games or something. So you telling me I can't play video games? I just gotta sit here and just suffer and cook like a potato.
The Biggie to tap further into its power at the cost of his body shriveling up and more or less dying. The Webway Gate needed to remain closed, hence that was one purpose of his ascension. However, he also needed to guide the Astronomicon. Note how I say guide instead of power. Previously, before he had become the galaxy's most powerful lithium vegetable, he could power the Astronomicon pretty easily from almost anywhere in the galaxy. Now that his body was fucked and he was focusing on the Webway Gate, he no longer had the power to single-handedly operate the Golden Beacon as well. Hence that's where the 1,000 Psyker sacrifice a day thing comes from. They aren't devoured by the Emperor, at least not directly. They are expended as mini batteries for the Astronomicon that the Emperor now shapes and guides, but cannot directly power anymore. Okay. Whether or not he feeds on their souls as they're getting cum blasted by the Astronomicon isn't entirely clear. However, the misconception I'm clearing up is that they aren't sacrificed to the Emperor directly, although the breaking down of the Golden Throne is what has been attributed to the ever-increasing rate of Psykers that have been destroyed from their service to the
like
Astronomicon.
1,000?
I hope I'm explaining it well, but just think about it like this. The Golden Throne and the Emperor are one thing, the Astronomicon and the sacrifice Psykers are another thing. However, one thing cannot survive without the other, and they are heavily intertwined. Funnily enough, even though it's often
so
stated
both need each other. Okay, that makes sense.
That if the Golden Throne failed or the Emperor died, then demons would bum rush Terra and probably turn the Sol system into another Eye of Terror.
Bro, they gotta be a red button. Man, yo. Hey, what that little girl said from Rush Hour? Push the goddamn button. Yo, there gotta be a button. Yo, there has to be a red button. If that's so, bro, that has to be like, yo, what's that, what is it called in Batman Arkham Knight whenever, what was it, Protocol something? Yo, there gotta be a big red button, bro. If that happens, man, yo, once I press this whole thing, everything GG's. Yo, I'd rather go out screaming in flames than have these demons tear my booty apart. No lie, bro. There gotta be a button. No lie, bro. I press that button, everything explodes and everything. Bro, please, there gotta be a button.
Dooming the Imperium. However, the reality is different. The Emperor ordered Vulcan to construct the Talisman of 7 Hammers, a dead man's switch that is to activate if the Emperor is ever to be struck the Talisman of the Imperium. However, the reality is different. The Emperor ordered Vulcan to construct the Talisman of 7 Hammers, a dead man's switch that is to activate if the Emperor is ever to be truly killed.
Yo, I feel like I'm really like I don't want to sit up here and glaze myself, y'all. Like, but I just feel like I really like brew. Like, and of course it's my goat. See, that's the thing that a lot of people don't. A lot of you guys think that I just, that I do these videos just to troll and rage bait, like you guys say. Bro, I really know my stuff, yo. I really know my... Bro, what did I just tell y'all? 10 seconds before, he just confirmed it for me. What did I just tell y'all, bro? There gotta be something. There's no way I'm going out, bro, with these demons going crazy on me. Eat me, bro. Eat me like some gushers. There's no way. There gotta be a button. Push the goddamn button, bro. There gotta be a button. There has to be a button. I'm not going out screaming in terror, bro, why these demons is taking a chunk out my thighs, legs, and lower body. And they licking on me, doing what, bro? There has to be something. I told y'all this. And of course bro. See, this is how you know how great Vulcan is. And I'm telling y'all this, bro. He's literally like, he's the GOAT. Yo, of course he gave it to Vulcan. Duh. Cause let's be real. We all play Minecraft. He could have gave it to any one of us to build this, like this big bomb or whatever. But he gave it to the GOAT, bro. He gave it to the one true GOAT, and it is what it is. Like, bro, I'm trying to tell y'all. Like, this is what happens.
This Deadman switch would cause Terra to become completely and utterly destroyed, breaking the Webway Gate and likely stopping the Sol system from becoming another Eye of Terror. This is still super shit for the Imperium and would result in a lot of darkness. However, it does mean that Mars would live on and mankind would have a chance to survive in various pockets across the galaxy, like Ultramar. The idea is that if a sufficiently large enough Chaos Force or Champion were able to actually kill the Emperor, then they would also die, throwing chaos into more chaos and giving the now fucked Imperium some breathing room while they figured out what to do.
So, you know how messed up that is? Imagine like you train for like centuries to beat the Emperor, and let's say like you actually do. Let's say you beat the Emperor. Let's say like you do one of those like little like movie enders, like those little finishing moves where like y'all both, like you and the Emperor both go in like with a knife, and like whoever got stabbed or whatever. Let's say the Emperor got stabbed, and like the Emperor's knife missed you, whatever, right? And all of a sudden you think, oh, you about to win. And then all of a sudden, bro, building after building blows up. The ground started blowing up. Lava started to come out. Like, it's just GG's. Imagine giving the beats to the Emperor and you're going to die. It's GG's. Man, I'd be sick to my stomach, yo. No lie, bro. I would fall down to my knees, bro, like the Law King, for real.
We know the Golden Throne keeps the Webway shut.
I'd be sick to my
stomach.
stomach.
That it guides the Astronomicon, and we know that it keeps the Emperor somewhat alive. Can it do anything else? Well, yes. As I said, it also acts as a psychic amplifier, and it's implied that the Emperor is actually able to do battle with the Chaos Gods, denying them easy victories and preventing them from just opening warp gates over Terra and other human worlds. This is why Khorne was able to dump a massive army on Terra when the Great Rift opened. The opening literally knocked the Emperor out for a bit, meaning he could no longer fight the Chaos Gods, hence they were able to put warp rifts almost everywhere. But if the throne is failing, what is the point? We're all fucked, aren't we?
Exactly.
Well, I made a video already that would detail the potential outcomes of a failed Golden Throne / a dead Emperor.
Wait, did I react to that, y'all?
Not all of them are bad. If the
if I react to that, then that means that I'll probably forget it. But if I didn't, then that means that we can actually react to that, y'all.
If the throne were to fail, then sure, Terra is gone. However, the Emperor might be freed into the warp to become a genuine god and protect humanity. Or he could reincarnate back into flesh and blood and do the Great Crusade all over again. Or mankind could die a horrible death. It's a theory that no one wants to test. However, I don't think we need to worry. The Inquisition have activated dozens of contingencies, sending out agents to track down artifacts that could repair the throne across the galaxy. The Dark Eldar are still interested in helping to fix it, and even the Custodes have sent a shield host to try find the lost Forge World of Morrovan, which is said to have the solution to the throne's problems. I don't think GW is just going to be like, alright guys, we made enough money, let's kill the Emperor and end the setting. So one of the solutions will work. I mean, just with the increased power the Emperor has gained from the opening of the Great Rift, maybe he'll just fix it himself. I mean, he literally beat the shit out of Nurgle for a laugh, so I think a few screws being loose in his chair isn't the biggest deal.
True. And I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. We gotta see like an actual like animated fight of like the Emperor going crazy on Nurgle. Yo, Nurgle, I can't believe that I even showed bro sympathy, bro. Yo, Nurgle. Yo, you manipulated me, bro. I can't believe I actually showed that man sympathy. Absolutely sickening, man. Comment down below what do you guys think about this video, man. Hopefully you guys have a good rest of the day, man. Make sure you guys, make sure you guys stay off the internet for a little bit. Stay off of Twitter, stay off of Instagram until, a lot of these things roll over because, man, like, it's been a dark few days, So comment down below, man. What do y'all think about this video, man? Make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. I'm going to see y'all later. Fixing them out. Peace out, everybody.